Hey guys, welcome back to Clownfish TV. This is Neon. I am here with Geeky Sparkles.
Hello.
And we're going to talk about how Disney is accused of self-dealing by the Fox Slate financier. Disney is touching itself, I guess.
Yeah, no, they're being accused of self-dealing and making sweetheart deals with themselves over the properties that were Fox owned that they acquired. Yeah. So what's going on is there's a company, it's TSG Entertainment, okay? They have invested in about, I forget how many they said it was, 140 different Fox films, over $3 billion, okay? Right. So they invested in these films. And then when Disney bought Fox and they became 20th Century Studios or whatever, Disney then, instead of leaving things like on HBO, where it was making a lot of money, because they wanted to boost their, allegedly according to them, they wanted to boost their streaming services like Disney Plus, Hulu, FX. They took the deals, the movies and shows off of HBO Max and put them instead onto their platforms. That cost them money. And they also did their creative Hollywood accounting that we talked about before, which means that they're going to juggle money and say it wasn't profitable. So they're out hundreds of millions of dollars. And they can no longer invest in high-end properties. So it's causing them, to not be able to do what they do over the whole thing. And then on top of it, they're also arguing that Disney sought to prop up its stock price and the pay packages of CEOs Bob Iger and Bob Chapek by putting more stuff on Disney Plus. That was bigger stuff to try to bring in subscribers and everything else. And so basically, they took everything that they could have made money from HBO, put it on their own thing, and they weren't bringing that money in. Because they're using creative accounting to say they don't have money to pay them.
All right.
Allegedly.
So let's talk a little bit more about this and do a little speculation here, because I don't think this is the only instance of Disney cooking the books.
Oh no, we already know this isn't.
I don't think this is, and I think we're gonna see some crazy stuff, some Mickey Mouse accounting in the next couple of years, and I think it's gonna get harder and harder for Disney to hide this. So before we get into it any further, please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants, guys. If you do, you'll get a woohoo. Woohoo! Go out to piratesandprincesses.net to read this story, which links to the original. I think it was on Variety.
It was on Variety, and I think Collider had a version of it too that I used. Yeah, so they're basically being accused of the Hollywood accounting that we've talked about before, where like some movies, like Star Wars movies, were never considered profitable. So people like David Prowse wasn't getting the residuals from the stuff he should have been getting because they were saying, the movies didn't make money. Well, and we've seen it with books too. We talked about it a couple years ago where they were not paying royalties to authors. That was Disney because they got ownership of these books and they weren't paying royalties. Yes. And what happens is they try to keep all the money. So when they took everything off of the lucrative deals in HBO to put them on their own things to boost their own stuff, they're saying that was just to inflate the numbers, to appeal to stock market stockholders and keep their pay packages up. This is the same thing Scarlett Johansson kind of accused them of when the Black Widow fiasco happened, where they could have saved it for theatrical release. They put it on Disney Plus to try to prop up Disney Plus. And it's the same lawyer she had is the lawyer that the TSG Entertainment has as well. So what's interesting, this is John Berlinski of Bird Morella. So what's interesting though about this is I think we saw this with their animated movies. I think Strange World was deliberately sent out to die, but I think they were pushing, and this is what they accused Chapek of doing, and pushing the budgets around, and moving from platform to platform to basically steal money from Disney's other endeavors to fund Disney Plus content. Because as we mentioned before, Disney's very compartmentalized. So like Disney Animation is different than Disney Plus, which is different than Disney Parks, which is different than Disney Linear TV, which is different than, the other cartoon thing, Disney Channel. They're all different sections. They're all run differently. They're all under one umbrella, but they all have their own budgets. Yeah. So what they would do was they produce it for one thing and then put it on another thing to shuffle the money. Yeah, so this would partially explain why Disney Plus shows wind up on like FX or something, because if it's on FX, they can say, well, look, we can take some of the budget from the content
budget from FX and put it toward, Ms. Marvel or whatever.
Right.
Or
And if they do
ABC
that, they aren't making any money. We don't have any money for this. We can't pay you. And since I think they had the deals with Fox before Disney bought them, for the most part, they kind of got caught up in the merger, I believe. Now, this isn't the first time Disney's been accused of stuff. We know Scarlett Johansson accused them of something similar.
Yep.
We know that there is a class action lawsuit from a pension group, and then other people can join in, where they're going after like Bob Chapek and Kareem Daniels, and it was the old CFO, Cruella DeVille. What was her name?
Christine McCarthy.
Yeah, Christine McCarthy.
You've forgotten about her already.
I know. My brain is pudding. I am having a heck of time today. Anyway, they're all named in this suit where they are basically trying to shuffle stuff around and trick investors into thinking that Disney Plus was more profitable and larger than it was. We also know that there was a whistleblower case with Sandy Kuba a few years ago, and it went to SEC investigation, which never came of anything, which is really weird to me. But yeah, I know. Isn't that a little weird?
It's a little weird.
But she had caught some accounting errors and duplicate things in the software, and when she took it to her supervisors, they ended up getting rid of her. And she won that case. She did. She won. They settled. I think they said it was settled outside. They settled outside her. They did. She did win, but she got money.
Yeah,
they didn't disclose any of it.
No, but they destroyed her life in the process.
Yeah, they did. But then every time we see this stuff come up, there's a settlement. Usually happens because Disney got caught. So I don't know what's going to happen here. But now this place is saying that Disney owes them hundreds of millions of dollars.
Yeah. So. This is really interesting. I think we are going to see in the coming years that we're going to see investors asking for more disclosure of how Disney handles its finances, because they hide a lot. They do hide a lot.
We're not going to talk about those numbers on our investor calls in detail any longer.
Yeah.
Disney Plus was one of them.
Well, it's kind of like, being a comic book fan, being frustrated that we don't know exactly how much money Marvel Comics is making because they rolled into consumer products.
Right. That's what they did. They roll it into like one big umbrella, and then everything falls underneath it. And then it's like somebody's in charge of that, but all these different departments are in the one umbrella. So they all combine to form the total.
Yeah. So all you see is the bottom line. And you always get like a massaged. Mickey gives it the massage. You see the massaged numbers, and they always present the numbers no matter how terrible they are. They always present them in the best possible light, and then they always have a litany of excuses as to why it was the world's fault, the economy's fault.
Yes.
Russia's
economic
fault.
Headwinds.
Putin made us lose money in the theme parks. No, I'm kidding. They didn't blame him yet, but just give him time. Give him time. So this is just kind of, God, the hits just keep on coming for Disney. I mean, just look at this. We got Indiana Jones losing money. They're shutting down Lucasfilm Singapore.
That's like 300 jobs.
And they're just losing money left and right. And it's starting to come out now that there was some shady dealings going on. I think it is going to come out, though, that some of the content that got gone from Disney Plus, that there's more to it than what we're hearing. And I think that some of these movies that are being sent out to die are being done with the intention of them losing money. I think Pixar is being sacrificed intentionally. I think that and this is just my prediction, but I think before it's all said and done, there will be one Disney animation studio. Mm-hmm. There'll be the combined
it'll be
staff.
Disney Pixar, because they keep saying Disney Pixar anyway.
It'll be Disney Pixar, and they'll take the best people from Pixar they have left, and they'll move them over to Disney, and then they'll shut down or sell off the San Francisco office, and that'll be it. And then they'll just make Toy Story 5 under Disney. I mean, why not?
I don't know. I just think it's interesting because now this company comes out and says that this is one investment company. How many others are going to come out and start saying that too? So I don't know if it's true, but I think it opens the floodgates. And right now, Disney does not have the money and they do not need the bad PR, because they are just getting one hit after another. And part of it's their own doing. Part of it's, other reasons, but a lot of it is their own hubris and their own bad choices. This sounds like they had deals with Fox before Disney acquired them. Now Disney's just trying to keep not paying them.
Yeah.
But if it's true, again, I'm going to say, if it's true,
we'll see what happens. But there are too many knives, too many cuts cutting at the Disney company, that all of these bad decisions, it feels to me like Bob Iger has been pushing all of this back for years.
I'll be gone. They can deal with it. Oops,
they can deal with it. Yep. And by the time it had to be dealt with, by the time the piper needed paid, he's back in the hot seat now. And I think all this shit is going to come out, and we're going to find out that this company is, one, I think in much, much worse shape than they're letting on. I think it's all about just pushing money around. I don't think.
Yeah, I do think it was. If that's the case, it's been going on for years. If it's true, what happened with the, back when the whistleblower came out, because what was happening was they were counting money twice.
Yeah, they were doing like comps, I guess.
And if you had a gift card, they count the gift card money, and then they count it when someone spent it too, which originally could be seen as like, oh, it's an error in the program. It doesn't mean to count it twice, and you should make sure you separate these. But instead, she just got gone.
Yeah, it was kind of like Monsters Inc., wasn't it?
Yeah.
Sully thought he was being smart. Like, look, Mr. Waternoose, look what I caught. Oh, no.
You're our best. I hate to put you down.
I hate to put you down. That's pretty much what happened. So I think we're going to see a lot more of this come out, and we're going to be here to cover it because why not? Why not? I'm going to wrap this up.
Yep.
Please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants, guys. We'll talk later.
Bye.